The first band we joined, again, was me and Paul, and I was Zephyr, Kelly Jones, Stuart Cable, Nicholas Geek, me, and Paul. And the only reason I had learned or become part of the band at that point is because they were after a keyboard player, because they were heavily influenced in Rush. And at that time I was playing drums, just because it was something to do. So instead of that then, I thought, well, you know, they're after a keyboard player, perhaps I can learn keyboard.
So, yeah, I mean, that was an early incarnation of Stereophonics, if you want, really, because obviously I was in it and Kelly was in it.
Bastards kicked me out. There's nothing worse than bitterness. It's terrible, isn't it? No, we were in a band when we were in school, and that sort of faded out, and everybody went their separate ways. And so,
yeah. So by that they were.
They went that way.
Yeah.
We broke up from another band.
And then they went on and did a band called Silent Runner, which Gene played in.
And we found you.
There weren't a lot of bands at that time, to be honest. And it was all covers. It was just bad rock, blues covers, and we just played the clubs basically. But there weren't any other real bands at the time. There was Zephyr beforehand, which was Kelly, Paul, Chris, Stuart Cable, Nicholas Geek, bass with that, got me in. But it was basically just kids playing covers to club crowds.
With the band, Kelly.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, is it? 2 years, isn't it?
2.5.
2.5 years.
2.5 years, right. Have you enjoyed your time in the band?
On and off. We've been through some bad patches, you know. Why are you talking in that funny voice, then?
All I remember was there was a few older people that were into their bands. I remember when I was in school, like from, I don't know, was it 15, 16? It was like the older crowd who were like 20, 21, they were in bands.
We were quite lucky where we were, because there was a lot of people who actually played drum, but they were the older generation. Like.
Yeah.
So it was handy, when we first decided to do something, we did have a lot of people around us who could help.
Right.
With PAs and if you needed to buy gear, rather than going somewhere and having somebody rip off, they knew a man, They knew a man who knows a man who can...
It was like a small scene, like it's like the same kind of thing, indie kind of stuff, but majority of the bands are all like just Bryan Adams and Mustang Sally and all that kind of stuff, like so, which we definitely didn't want to do, like so.
I don't suppose when I first picked up a guitar, not that I did much of it anyway, but no, there wasn't really much of a scene. There was a scene, but I wasn't aware of it really. I think I was a bit young then, like.
Yeah.
But then, sort of, we were getting a bit older. Some of the boys had like the Moondogs or the Wildflowers. They were first of all together, and then there was a couple of other bands as well, like Kelly and them from Comaman had Silent Runner and all that. So I kind of used to go and watch them, and I got me more sort of thinking about bands and stuff and wanted to get in a band myself then, like.
I don't think the music scene kicked off around here until, to be honest, the likes of, it was the likes of Cripple Creek.
Will you meet me in the morning? Will you help me drink my wine? Will you fill me with gladness? Tell me I'm the only one.
15, I think, 16. And I just bought myself an old battered electric guitar, like.
Cripple Creek started from, I think it was from the Wildflowers era, which was late 80s.
The first band I played in, I played drums, called the Lunar Cowboy Love Demons from Beyond Infinity. With Carl Harvey and a bunch of other boys from school.
Obviously there is a Carl Harvey in his pants.
We played another band, which was just like a pub-in band. We needed a drummer, and the drummer, there was one of the girls there was from Merthyr, she knew a boy who drummed, and he came over and drummed. He left the band but joined the Pocket Devils, and it was a couple of months later then that you know, the phone call came, we're looking for a keyboard player, and we went out and we made the first single, which, you know, went alright, just didn't go as nicely, but it was nice to have a bit of vinyl, you know?
Yeah, right.
I was down in Neath College, living in Neath, and so was Harvey, and he hadn't been playing in a band for a while. Some of the other boys we were close friends with up in Aberdare, their bands had split up, and we were all just kind of hanging about, you know, and so we just thought, well, just form a band, like.
Probably kept dancing along with everybody else.
Yeah, then we started doing a few, we used to play in Commandment a lot, you know, and Mountain Ash, Aberdare Town, you know, we did a few around there. And then we started sort of moving more towards Cardiff and Swansea and Hereford and different places, you know, and sort of just trying to spread our wings a bit, like.
Played the same 45 minutes worth of songs for a year and a half now, with that the band, the Pocket Devils. And use this band, we can get up and basically I've got hours and hours worth of material they can just pick from and do it because they love doing it. And I've just been thinking, what have I been doing? And it was only after that then that I've had a word with all the boys and then come over and said, well look, if you're not doing anything, do you want to...
What was my favourite?
Rolling Stones of the Valleys.
You go and see them and they can just, they start playing a song and in the middle of it they'll turn a 3-minute song into a 12-minute epic.
I think for a while we did think that something would happen. I mean, I don't know if anybody had any real sort of idea of how far it would go, you know.
Cripple Creek, fucking brilliant band.
I mean, yeah, I think for a while, you know, we started, you know, getting some interest from different places. We were getting a lot of radio playing.
When you looked at them, you thought out of all the bands on the circuit, they were the best musicians. I don't know if it... At the time, I thought, yeah, no way.
What the fuck do you supposed to sum up a band like that? I don't know. They just quality musicians. They just fucking do anything.
It was 1 week, I think it was something like 10 gigs in 5 days, where we'd, and finishing in our last gig up in London in Cairo Jacks, where we were supposed to have taken a bus with us. You know, the only bus we had was ours, so we were the only people who were in the venue playing to absolutely no one.
From a musician's point of view, the performance was outstanding.
At that time there was a lot of people involved. You know, we did have a lot of people around doing lots of things, and then we started using the analogy of the family tent as a kind of all-encompassing umbrella. So then once you're in, you know, the creek thing, that circle of doing stuff and being it, you're in the family tent and everything's nice in here.
Another day breaks, the sunshine is lighting the room so bright. What will this day bring? A flower ring to lift me up inside. The world is spinning around me. My head is messing around, you see. And now
I mean, he brought you know, most of the initial songs to the table. Newell, our old guitar player, wrote a few. I started writing more songs then. Paul would be writing. So we'd all be writing stuff, you know, so there was always an abundance of songs waiting to go.